And we're going back to the what's the name of that place? Going to the guild, right? Yeah. We just beat down those special forces guys, so let's go. Grantil South Block. That's probably where it is we're going, right? This chair. How is it so much more comfortable yesterday? I was a little more slouched like this. This is it. I found my spot. No worries, everybody. I found my exact seating spot that I like. Sing it out. I've already heard. Congratulations on your victory. Thanks, Elden. Kurt tells me it was quite a sight to behold. It sure was, I guess. I don't think we'd be able to take them on in another fight, though. Not easily, at any rate. Some say victory is equal parts effort and luck, but it seems that the two of you have discovered some secret third influence. With each passing day, one's skills are further honed. As time passes, you'll grow into that victory and realize you truly did earn it. You think so? Yay. I really like your pep talks. Well done in the arena, and good luck tonight at the victory banquet as well. Thanks, we'll need it. Jeez, alright. No need to throw shade, like, I'm doing my best. Maybe I should heal up first. If you see any royal guardsmen, please report them immediately. What you got? What you got? Quartz? Quartz? You got the quartz? Hit 3. I forget if I need it or not, but I got it now. EP cut. EP cut. EP1. Cast 3. I hit 3 on him. Oh, didn't need that hit. Oh well. Might as well hit up EP3 if I hit EP1, right? I only did an okay job of managing my orbments in this game. EP3. How did that impact my stats though? What was it? EP. Yeah, no impact. Yeah, I didn't do a very good job of managing those orbments, but I mean, we got through the end here, so whatevs. Let's see, so I'm gonna hit up the hotel real quick. Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. I can remember where it is. It's not there. And heal up Joshua for whatever's about to come next. There you go. I wonder what situation I'd have no Sepith, but would have, or I'd have Sepith but not money to stay in an inn. Like, that's dire straits. Alright, to the north we go. To Grantil Castle. We finally get to meet the Queen. This is gonna be exciting. Well, are we going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we're going to be staying there forever, the party won't be able to leave until morning. Back already? Alright, let's save right here, because that seems like a fair warning that things are about to get a little intense. Alright, yep. I could have said something funnier right there, I bet, but I didn't. I didn't do it. Well, let's really keep our invitations then. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Unless you have official well, why are these guards acting like this? Like, these kids look like, well, I guess they look like 16-year-olds. Unless you have official business here, you need to leave. Hey, hi there. We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You're still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we please pass. A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. Zen, why are you so far away? Like, why are you all the way back outside of screen? What? It's a giant. See? Right here, written invitation. Handed over invitation. Let's see. To Zen and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you are cordially invited to a dinner party. Okay, you guys are in the martial arts competition. Right. And I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So is that you? Well, obviously. You got it. We would greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The head maid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Ah, well, that's a pity. No matter. Please go on in. Now entering Zen and Company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate. What is this going to be like? Wow. It's like the Hakken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle. I bet it's more solid too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impregnable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The capital has been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections amongst the nobles. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Oh, so the story says. Wow, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now welcome to Her Majesty's Grancel Castle. Go right on and be met by a welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your evening. Whoa, you can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel traditions and rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Grancel Castle. You are Zen and his team, correct? Captain Amalthea. This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right. We came at the invitation of the good Duke. And you are? Pardon me. I'm Captain Canon Amalthea of the Intelligence Division, head of Grancel Castle's defense. I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. You're too kind, really. And may I say, I didn't know they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work. Okay, Zen, let's relax. Let's not be the bad guys here. But you are the flatterer, but I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Estelle and Joshua Bright. It's been some time since the incident in Zeiss, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You wouldn't have to know anything about that, would you? I'm afraid not. We definitely know about that. We left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Grancel. We never even heard the follow-up report. I see. That's truly a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. As in us. We did that thing. I have no fear on that score. What the hell's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now we must show you to your rooms. Shia, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs. but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am, I understand. Aha, very good. Now, Irvin, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. I don't know. This chick. Now that's one fine woman. I hate to say this, Zen, but your taste of woman is crap. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. I just tend to find that women like that turn out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers. So to speak, you're hopeless. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor. Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to your room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon me, my not saying before, but I'm Shea, maid here at the castle. I'll be at your service this evening from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us to the room then? Certainly. It is on the second floor. Can we just speed this up a little bit? Yes, we can. Yeah, it's what a gorgeous building, and these graphics are so overwhelming that we have to watch this. Oh, wow. Get a load of that chandelier. Talk about classy. Hush, Estelle. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't been seen much use in the recent days, though. Let's see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh no, it's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come on then, shall we? So that's what we gotta get to. Hopefully not another sneaking mission. This music's not bad. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please go on in. Okay, pardon us. Holy Stragas. I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice, this will make a good story for later. I believe there is still some time before the party. You're free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly at the royal keep where the Queen resides. It is a small palace of sorts, but built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace? That sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Grancel during their birthday festivities, so you cannot go into the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's a royal guard room and also the treasury, I believe. The royal guard room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrace stuff. Yes. The intelligence division is currently occupying it. Interest is restricted, so please abide by the rules. Understood. By the way, what are the others who are invited doing? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms. Alright, so Mayor Klaus is here too? Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. Looks like we got a lot to do. Now then, Estelle and Josh exchanged a look that went unnoticed by Zen. Hey Zen, we want to go walk around the castle for a little bit. We'll be back in time for the party. Oh, must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem, have fun. Me, I'm going to kick back and relax this oh so luxurious room. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us that we have to talk to the head maid, Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees too. We likely know most of them. Let's see. Mayor Mabel and Leela? Joshua Estelle. Ah, here at last. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you're invited here too, Mayor. Hey, wait, you're waiting for us? How'd you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I heard about a pair of children here into the tournament, won the championship, and were invited to the Grand Royal Banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I would have canceled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but that would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry. I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste in that banquet. But with everything else going on, what is Duke Dunnan thinking? The captain was so stubborn about inviting me too. I had no real choice but to accept. Do you mean Captain Amalthea? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye while she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean you haven't heard any word from the Hawking Gate? The General's unavailable. It's the longest message I've been able to wring from them. It would seem he's very busy with these terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I had hoped he'd be in attendance at this banquet tonight, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away. The Hawking Gate. What do you think about all this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at the same time like this? Well, if the Queen were here to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. He's letting this position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right. But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef is here. Chef here is the best in all of the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respect to Her Majesty, and return to Bose post haste. What are they getting around to? If General Morgan's been disposed, or dispatched, or indisposed, I guess that's the proper word, then something must be up. So Arbor's there. Zen posted up. I'm so hungry. Usually by this time I'm already in some bar stuffing my face. Isn't our food ready yet? I'm literally salivating thinking about this full course dinner. Okay, well that's a thing that you're doing right now. Some way to approach life, I suppose. What are these people at the intelligence division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. They've got definitely a long-winded plan. Mayor Klaus. Joshua Still, you made it. It's been quite a while. Dean Collins, you're invited to the banquet as well, sir? I just arrived today via airship from Run. A little mayoral birdie told me you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Thank you. I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect and liberal. It's only fitting he'd be given a seat at this banquet. Man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of the state. Wow, sounds big. So all these guys been invited here too? No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill and General Morgan is away on official military business. Mayor Dalmore of Ruan was arrested in that nasty affair. And Professor Russell. He is a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Dunnan stands in all these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty, is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia is the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere, but I'm told she's come to the castle as of a few days ago. She's here then? I'd really love to meet her. I'm sure you'll have the chance. The plot thickens. Stupid library, don't care. cool chandelier, bro. Straight to the throne room. Yeah, let's do this one. Well, they sure didn't make it. I thought they said I couldn't go into the room, the throne room, but I guess I can. More guests. Estelle, Joshua. Well, they have everybody we've met pretty much that was significant in here. Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. With Merrill class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. I must say I never expected for you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Grancel Castle. Cassius, kids to the bones you are. It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Lyston Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run too. Army hasn't found him yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Amalthea if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry because we totally got that covered. We will get to the Professor's message to Her Majesty one way or another. Did they tell us what the Professor's message was? I completely forgot. Let me eat this food though. Yum, 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 chomp, 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 crunch, crunch, crunch. Boy, they loaded a little bit longer. I thought something would be going on in there. Ooh, hello. This is the place to talk. Please come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. We're too young to do it. We can't drink booze. Seems like a nice little place to hang out. Oh wow, check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace. I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here and it overlooks the town too. Must be great for reconnaissance. As nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. We've got a job to do. Right. I'm gonna speed walk around this whole place, thank you very much. Oh, this must be the royal keep. Ooh, Intelligence Division's up here. Who are you? Hey, you two. We're here as guests of the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were here even to take notice of us. Does Princess Claudia sleep in here as well? No, it's just... Hey. The princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Madam, we didn't know you were back already. The dinner party will be starting soon, so I'll be returning to the maid quarters. And who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of Abracer's social standing would ever be invited here. Abracer's social standing? What the fuck? Such discourtesy. You would insult those who are personally invited to the royal castle. No, that's not what... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. So I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Understood. Wow, she's intense. I wonder who she is. We know who that is. It's like Hildy, right? But madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely understand the reason that the colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I'm terribly sorry, sir and madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the royal keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? Alright. That's fine. We'll do as you ask. Apologize, we weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then, just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you. Ask her name. I apologize that you were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. There we go. I'm the head maid of Grancel Castle and oversee all the housekeeping duties. Aha. We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are you previously acquainted? Well, someone told us about you. Handed Julia's letter to Hilda. I know this handwriting. You see? We also have our brace rooms and identification with us. I see. Please come with me to the maid sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If now's not a good time, we can try later, but no, it's not an issue. Those special opsmen had the royal keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the message to the Professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd rather really speak to her face to face. There are just too many particulars we don't know that we'd really need to discuss directly. Like what Duke Dunnan and Colonel Richard are after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over? Why? Have you thought of ways for us? Yes, obviously, Joshua. Like, I'm never going to read that sentence. I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome. Understood. We'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think it'll be serving shortly. For now, it's probably best for you to wait in your room. So, right now, where are we? You teleported me to a place I don't know where it is anymore. This is like the front of the building, looks like. We went up this stupid staircase, and yeah, there we go. And our room is right here. Save again. Just in case it gets lit. Zen. Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know. Sorry. We got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all the mayors. Oh, well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends with the mayor of Verlent. Plus, we met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Ah, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sugared it around for junior bracers. You might say that. We're also like main characters, so we kind of have to. Don't fail me now. Okay, cool. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? I guess not all that different in other countries, right? Right, for a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy getting actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine, but with all of them concentrated in Grancel, that must make it tough to handle any case in other regions. Yeah, it could be. I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roulette. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor and she's been a close friend for ages. Okay, makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvard. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yeah, probably dead. So they have all the braces and stuff here in one place. They're obviously about to take over the world. Please pardon me, the table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, wanna go eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates then? Plenty of knives and forks, though. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with hors d'oeuvres. Then you use your knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners, and here comes the anxiety attack. That's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please, don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. This is a weird conversation. However, I'm a firm believer in when liberal do as the liberalians do. Policy. Now, I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. Oh my, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. Haha, you flattered me. You know he's about to turn that swag on right now. Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think he's more being polite than a lech, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. Wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for? Indeed. Perhaps it is intended for the Princess Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Oh, there goes the butler. Presenting His Grace the Duke. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terror situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. Well, we knew it was going to be Colonel Richard, didn't we? You've got to be kidding. We're having dinner with him? I suspect this might happen, but it's still unnerving. I like how everybody is drinking red drinks except for Estelle and Joshua because they're underage, so they're probably drinking like orange juice. Excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Mabel? What do you think of Gransel's Castle's Master Chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bos Anteros restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him anyway. Haha, you're not the first to say such things. And what have you, Zen, wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberalian cuisine, though. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Duke Dunnan right now doesn't seem like a complete asshole. And you young bracers, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious, far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Haha, indeed is a genuine treat. It's certainly delicious food, and we can miss the chance to attend such a prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let's put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy your hearts to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. An announcement? And what might that be? Oh my god, are they going to have Colonel Youngface married the Claudia daughter, then kill the queen? What might that be? I believe that I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with public appearance soon. Ah, that's excellent news. Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrors plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebration will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right. If that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed you're correct. Her Majesty has continued to recover as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunnan. Oh, here we fucking go. What? Is this true? Joshua, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it's only natural. She ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, I might add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible. Is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity. Mayor Mabel, are you saying that you cannot take His Grace at his word? No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor of the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first, to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will keep their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any actions on the part of the Erebonians. Surely you can see why it's unnecessary to show unified support of the new king. This is the world in which we are going to be living. It makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree would be given during the birthday celebrations, but you thought it would be the best and foremost first so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? Haha, I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? Well, no doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. I must say I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, Chloe. I wonder if Chloe is the daughter. Anyway, for the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. Oh my. Understand. If that happens, then we'll have two major events to celebrate. I also think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zen? I don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing, particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now? That is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Braces to win the championship. We wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess the Liberals, military, and Braces are on just as good of terms as the story said. That's because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversation in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me, but I bet that's huge news for you guys though. Of course it was. I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind, but really, what a shame. That food was so amazing it practically melted in my mouth. Couldn't tell what that last liver was though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work out some of that rich food Estelle? Huh? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air. So, you just played tourist a little while ago. Now you want to take an after dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You gotta be kidding me. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go and hunt up a bar or something like that in a little bit. Alright, well. Things have gotten serious. We really need to find a way to get into see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. And here's the true final battle, is seeing if I can remember how to get to where we came from. Oh, it's you. What? Uh-oh. Colonel Richard. Or Colonel Youngface. Stella and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realized that we exchanged a few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you are the children of Colonel Cassius. How'd you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the Army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a little late. Ah yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that will be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Gulp. Pardon me, then. Now then, shall I retire to the lounge? Please, follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. What will this dude have to say to us? I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. And since that time, I've found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And what do you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were talking about two different people. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War. Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Braid had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberl would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as a prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you'd tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was a Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about, vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel like it was something worth going out of his way to tell us about. God, I just don't get it. When he comes back, he's so in trouble. Get the word out. Haha. Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seemed that by leaving, he did what was best for himself, after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard, Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, alright. I'll apologize for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. Huh? How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then to share the stories. That was a weird thing. Okay, who was that man and what is he doing with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talk about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. Sure, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. And I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids as easy as it could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bursar job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you. What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. This plot is thickening. Indeed. Maid quarters upstairs? Nope. Somebody's bedroom. Damn. Oh, nice. Okay, so the maid quarters were like, is it here at the end of the hallway? Nope. Booze lounge. Outside. Downstairs. There we go. There you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you know? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Yes, that letter of introduction did mention that you're Mr. Cassius Children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad, too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Princess, Her Majesty's son. The late prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 50 years ago. In a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, though this would be happening. Huh? Well, lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shia. Oh, hey, aren't you? Shia, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia, that shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle's going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. While playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. No, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Me in a maid's outfit. I've been waiting to try on one since we first met Leela. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms were easy to move in, they'd make cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Well, I'm so excited. I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the Canvas Festival. He did do that. Is there really that much of a difference between a fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, please, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have an extra headpiece designed for the princess? Yes, I'd never been used though. He has that full dark hair, so it'll probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember even agreeing to change. Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Cross-dressing and stuff. Oh my. Ta-da! Hehe, what do you think? Yeah, I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too, you certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work for the Granson Castle for real when this is all settled. Well, we already work as bracers, so anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. Sigh, no chance I can talk you out of this? Not at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine, you're impossible sometimes. Nice. I do not like that picture. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the Royal Keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. Gulp, we're finally going to meet the Queen in person. Yes, this is the do or die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the Royal Keep. Snicker, it's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me, this was your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on... Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. Haha, they get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the Royal Keep. Thank God. Look at this entourage. How are we doing here? Well, I think we're doing alright there. Level. Schneiders. It's been a while since we got a new weapon for him, isn't it? Maybe not. We're going to the throne room, right? Not that room. Zoom. Hello, bad guys. There is currently an important meeting being held in the audience chamber. I apologize, but you have to wait for you so you can enter. Okay. Nope, this way. Gotta be. Right? Up the stairs. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes after all. Such harsh words. Who are those maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire some additional staff to help. They've all just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Bows. Huh? How do I get the feeling we've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I would think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the lead of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Finally meeting the Queen. Phew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. Haha, I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes, now. Oh, for the love of, why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this the room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom, but she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh? No kidding. I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. Guess it's just gossip then? You'd have to ask Her Majesty about asking for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. Well, from the looks of things, I'm going to be taking us there. Since I'm in control right now. Just touch everything. Touch it all. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Hidden treasure chest? Huh? Hidden treasure chest? I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means enter, as you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Here we go. All of this led this moment. Oh. Hey, I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Osleys. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal. I'm still Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I've prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. Why has she been looking forward to meeting us? I see, so Professor also asked you to bring this information. A pitch black orb capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The Professor told that you might have some idea what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? But a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grancel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow. So it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again, you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Grancel? So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's function? Could it do that? Yes. However, we're unable to establish the nature of the artifact or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might have a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for, but when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I expect no less from Cassius' daughter. Oops, our dad again. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests from me. Really? I didn't know that. I'd imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you'd not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then, that is the role that I meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh yes, absolutely. There's no indulgence, Your Majesty. Let me just take a sip of drink before I do this, huh? Oh, son of a bitch. It's good to make sure their instruments prepared for such an important talk. A little bit of stretching out, you know. All right. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southeastern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its causes, yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that become known as the 100 Days War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hakken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territories save Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoint, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Lyston Fortress. Zeiss, Ruin, Bos, relent. With the supply lines severed, their Ebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Sprite. It was your father who was Gransel's, General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempt to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I'm sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so you could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart and I'm grateful. It glads my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. If some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius' absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Relent and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect through, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua. If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask you only that you consider that. Your Majesty, right when we became junior braces, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running around all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend this peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right. And I really want to see it through. Estelle. It seems she was right about you. Huh? I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty. My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunno is out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to women wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of two consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It's hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudius' pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to the coup. This was all staged so that Liberal would become a strong military power with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally was to see the whole picture. So if Liberal became a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no. Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of the genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds no such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demands that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel, but I'm the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, all I can do is I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demand. Have you any other questions, Your Majesty? The Gospels has to be dealt with. And I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Sigh, wow, that was what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. Hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool. Did I just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this Koopy thing and help her. That's definitely outside of Brace's jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we can do whatever we can. Right. But I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Well, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. She sure did talk for a long time. No problem with that, though. So that's a lot to think about. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. Please relax. We're approaching to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Ma, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. I thank you very much. And how about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. How are you now? Oh, right. We're with a specialist. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please be safe when you're at home. Are you trying to smash Joshua? Are you trying to smash Joshua? Well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like all their eyes changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. Huh? Hick, what's all that noise about? Oh, here we go. Oh, Duke Dunnan. Ah, ladies of the court. Hey, you maids. Hick, you don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena and Karen. They're still quite an experience, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did you recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we ran some, it'd be bizarre if you didn't recognize us. Come on now, Philip, enough with the staring. Haha, it's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for my further discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. Ugh. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Ah, yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend me this evening. Your Grace? Yeah, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your felicitations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in the service of Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you have not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. Dick, the castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this, knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Whoa, oh right, Lena. You just tell me if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Aha, thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yes, good. Well, it's nice. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please, set your mind at ease. I should certainly hope so. I truly am sorry. Madam and young Mrs., I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was it that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Hello, is there something in Estelle's ear? Now, do you understand? Yes. Hopeless, completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I really get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open, she's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Do we have any idea where these people could be? Just a quick question, just curious. They could literally be anywhere. I guess back to our rooms. Who's gonna stop us? Oh, speak of the devil. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Amalthea, of course. Ah. Captain Amalthea, yeah, good evening. I realize you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. You were... let's see. We're not allowed there. Not there. Maid quarters. We're allowed to be there, but that's where we actually were. I admire your honesty. So let's not waste time with games. I did in fact receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning something like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua, you've been here the whole time? Zen. He looks wasted. A little swagger in his walk. Yeah, there it is. Whoa, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oops, sorry. Oh, hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, something like that we met up again, eh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent them out to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. I wanted to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I'll have to do with that, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with a drink like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably get to bed. Very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Good job, Zen. Coming through. Aw, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right, we'll go with you. So, looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zen, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. He focused on making his blood circulate better. Nice. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh? I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I'd figure I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You are an evil, evil man, Zen. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Haha, sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Ellen tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? Haha, I guess it's fine. Time to show you this. Zen produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What is this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there and read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zen Vathic, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been in Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It will make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I will be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassia Sprite. Dun dun dun. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They are currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test to extend their training. Try not to bail them out too much unless it seems like they really need it. Aye. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it. What does it mean? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again, I suppose. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's technique with the bow staff. I asked Kalika about it and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking the audience with the Queen, I suppose so. He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it'd probably be best to fill Zen on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told of how they managed to speak directly to the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone's talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you with that little request. What, you will? Yep, I think it's the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you, once again. So the plot is thickening. What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. Ha, it's larger than I expected. That's what she said. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa. Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, so these must be archasms. Holy shit, he took out that thing in one stroke. You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well is quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the Divine Blade himself. Ooh, under Cassius Bright. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this king's future with my own two hands. I don't know, he's not a bad guy, he's just misdirected. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. The bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir, we of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberal! For the glory of Liberal! That's how those guys talk. In my imagination. I understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this compensation for a job well done. Boom. Give me the loot. Now then, Zen. I was pure coincidence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-rank bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you till the end. I knew we could count on you, Zen. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's power. There are 7 ranks ranging from G to the bottom and A up to the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Well, I never knew you were such a badass, Zen. Well, I may be rear-ranked, but I still am an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers across the continent, but above that, there is an informal S rank. That's only one granted that brings successfully resolve issues on a national scale, and there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Well, I'm not even sure I want to think about what they can do. Sigh, you really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of the 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Josh, and you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Sorry, but yes I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. So I swear it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldiers, hidden here, Divine Blade, S-rank breakers. If he's really so damn awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. Huh, you may be right. If you were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just think about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. As if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least it's just that impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure from the Empire, am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think Colonel Richard could have ever even managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that two major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of circumstance, we cannot currently rely on the Cassius' help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Granzo branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army, so as we are. As I ask the cooperation of all the Bracer Grants, including Zen, of course. Okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely shut off as of today. Ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So it basically amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh fun, but we're up for it. So do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I've been most likely the place to be the Herb Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? Yeah, it makes sense. Sharon! Hi, Sharon. Good morning! What's the plan, Stan? What do you want me to do? Yes, what time do you want me to get ready? Or don't you want to take your car in? Right, so what time do you want me to do something? I mean, like, I'm not trying to rush you. I mean, like, I just want to know when I should be preparing myself, so I should stop. So what time do you want me to? So you want to leave here around 9:15? It's very close to here. It's like right across from the Walgreens. The hair place is right across from the Walgreens. Okay. Gotcha. If the soldier is using under pretense of counter. What was that? Sounds good. And I can't imagine they want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Lyson Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, it might be more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, you must assemble any braces currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. I also must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with an invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. South of the cathedral then? There are 4 other bracers in the city. Kurt, Greg, Karnan, and Annalise. Check the bars and the usual hangouts. They will also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright then, off we go. So we get to... I bet there's going to be some requests on the board now. Nope, did that. They're probably not already in the guild, huh? Alrighty. First things first, let's go this way. Well, I guess look at the market here. You're not anybody weirdly dressed. Oh, you are. Oh, well, if it isn't Zen and the new recruits. Back from the castle already. Well, yeah, I guess we are. And could we have a moment of your time? Here's something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juice you mean spit your juice all over the shock, then yeah, it's a real juice bomb. Oh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh? Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we'll need your help. Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up the situation is. I don't really get any of this, but you want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Right. Eldon will fill you in on all the details. Okay, then I'll go see what's up. I don't think I've been to this part of town ever. Okay, so yeah, that's where we were. That's the way we came from, but there's gotta be somewhere else around here. Is there a bar over here? Am I hanging out in here? Thank goodness. I don't want to engage in that. East block. Nobody in the Grand Arena. Park we're just in. Landing port. Probably nobody's here, but I was going about shutting down over platforms. Their troubles are brewing to me. Yep, you're right. Nobody's here. Oh. I left from the museum director, Bose. Apparently he's stuck there, thanks to the airship being grounded. Sigh. The Rosen history is quite long and more than a little sordid. Its roots go back to more than 1,000 years, as I understand it. Wait, liberals only been liberal as long as the royal family's been around? So you're telling me that the royal family is that old? They are, and I, for one, would love to tour inside that castle and see what ghosts I can dig up. You two got to see the inside of it yesterday, did you not? Tell me, what was it like? Well, it felt pretty old and historic, I guess. There was definitely a lot to see in there, but we aren't really given much chance to see it. Before, there's nothing we can really tell you that you wouldn't already know. I see. That's too bad. I suppose I have to wait until the castle's open to the public. Let's see. Down to Southie. Okay. So that's where we're ultimately gonna go. Nope. Nope. Probably here. The road guard may seem a bit antiquated by modern standards, but to see them sticking to the rules of this one was simply breathtaking. Are they even having the birthday celebration this year? I heard the Queen's gotten sick, so maybe the party's gonna get cancelled. Amazing. Through some sort of flavor osmosis, you managed to piece out the recipe for chef's curry simply by tasting it. Hey, don't be weird. Let's check on Niall, see if he's in here. This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days. Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. Given how close we are to the state of martial law, I don't much like that he has a contact to this either. Looks like someone's also been kidnapped as well. Oh, hi guys. Hello, Dorothy. Pardon us. Hey, it's the Tournament of Champions. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Liberal News. Niall and Dorothy have told me quite a bit about you two. Sal and Joshua, the Bracer Guild, right? Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've always enjoyed your magazine. How well, that's always good to hear. Weren't you doing something for Niall? Oh, yes. That's what we were just talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything. Huh? Yesterday or today? We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago. Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for IDEO's sake. We came here to talk to him about after semifinals. Oh, right. Now that you mention it. So did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? Right. Remember what happened? He got a call from someone, then he said he had to leave. Are you serious? Yes. We haven't seen hide or hair of him since. Oh, no. I can't believe Niall's dead. Who said he was dead? Today's when all the airline traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday, though, so maybe he went to another province? I already inquired with the landing port's passenger rescue, and there was no sign of him, so I figured he's thought to be somewhere in town. You two are the last one to see this reporter fellow. Weren't you talking about something new for the news article? Huh? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the intelligence division, they monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means that you can't get much information for your stories, but it is a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers. I see. So wanted to check out a new subject that Intelligence Division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us about? I think it was about... He told us about Colonel Richard's aide to camp and women and guardsmen were roused in the military academy. Which is interesting, but wouldn't Intelligence Division have already made that connection? Yeah, so probably couldn't print that story about that. I think of an idea. I'm not particularly interested in the marriage prospect thing for the princess. Oh yeah. And the Duke mentioned something about it being at the dinner party. Oh, Niall told you about that too. It made one hell of a story if it's true. He mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like Niall even learn about something like that? I'd have thought that something like that would be only known by the royal family. Well, it did say his friends with someone who works in the royal villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorist is supposedly after the princess. So she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it. Ha, and the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which means that Niall's probably there too. You don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess, and if the soldiers saw him, they'd arrest him on the spot. No, Niall's a goner. Why do you keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy. Yeah, I'm betting that he and the Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation. What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in the city and all of Liberal? Sorry, but we really can't talk about it. Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Niall. If he's been arrested, we'll see to it that he's released. Alright. Please do whatever you can. Please, you guys. You gotta bring Niall back. Leave it to us. And that sounds like a good point to take a break for the day. Thank you for joining me in the trails in the sky. Have a good one.